Hello dear student, how are you all? I think everyone are fine there. So student, welcome back to English class. So student, I have talked to a ma'am. Ma'am, till which lesson you have taught to 7th standard? And the ma'am told me, sir, I have completed the last leaf, even the question and answers. So I thought, what is the use of teaching it again? So I taken this poem. Which poem? So student, guess it out fast. Check your index in your textbook. Yes, the section number C. And the poem is If, which is written by Rudyard Kipling. So student, do you know the poet Rudyard Kipling? Might be you have read many poems, many short stories which belongs to Rudyard Kipling. So here you have one beautiful poem which is written by Rudyard Kipling. So student, before beginning to the poem and explaining you each and every stanza in a very deep manner, I would like to say something about the poem. Okay, what is there in the poem actually? First we will discuss, okay, what is there in the poem. We will have some small idea regarding to it. Then we will get into the poem. Then you could able to understand each and every stanza of the poem with such a deep explanation which I am going to give you in the recorded video. So student, let's begin with an introductory part. What is the poem? So student, the first slide is here. What is self-worth? What do you mean by the word or a phrase self-worth? So what do you mean by this? Whatever you learning, so what is the meaning of it? This is what the poem is asking. Here, another question arises. How can you make life better if not the best? If your life is not best, but how can you make it better? So this is a question here you are going to learn, or this is a question here you are going to get the answer of the same question when we will read this poem. Okay, now this poem is a message from father to his son. Yes, this poem is a message from the father to his son. So the father used to teach a good lesson to his son, and he wants that his son should learn all the good moral and the ethics in his life. He should respect to the elders, he should obey the rules and regulations, even the words of the elders. He should do all possible work, okay, whichever the elders says to him. Okay, this is what the fathers need from his son. Okay, next slide. Here you can see another picture, okay, where there is a friendly relationship in between the father and son. Okay, and it seems that like if poem. Okay, so the father is teaching him a lesson, so the son is asking a question from his father. Yes, now here the father is teaching something to his son. So both of them sitting there on the vehicle, okay, a carriage. So both of them sitting. So father is teaching something, and here the son looks somewhere upset and he is learning something from his father. So here the poem also teaches the lesson of father to his son. In the stanza, the poem have written in such a beautiful manner where the message of father goes to son. Okay, then comes another slide. So here the father after all teaches to son that how you can being a man, what can you do? This is what the father wants to teach the son. Okay, so what are the objectives? Okay, what all those things we will learn here from the poem. So the objectives of the poems are, we are going to learn, okay, show appreciation for the poem by sharing their experiences. Okay, so the poem is written, okay, by the experiences of the father to his son. So here the father is asking an appreciation, okay, for his poem. All right. Another, interpret the poem. Okay, interpret the poem is another objective. Interpreting the poem, okay, by reading each and every single sentence, every single line of the stanza. Next slide. So he is a Rudyard Kipling who written the poem If, okay, which is for your 7th standard. So he is a person, his name is Rudyard Kipling. Okay, fine. Now here the poem begins, If, which is written by Rudyard Kipling. So student, here we are going to narrate the whole poem, okay, and after narration we will discuss some questions, and after discussing the questions we will get to know what will be there in the short summary of this poem, and in the recorded video we are going to explain each and every single stanza briefly. Understood? Okay. So the first stanza begins here. Okay, first stanza. Yes. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. So it is a beautiful stanza which is said by the father to his son. Okay, then another stanza. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, triumph means an emergency situation, and treat those two impostors just the same. Two impostors means this triumph and disaster are called impostors. If you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by nafs to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stop the build them up with worn out tools. Okay, this is what the second stanza the father used to teach his son. Okay, then if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breath a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. Okay, this is a beautiful third stanza which is said by the father to the son. Then the fourth one, the last one. Okay, if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my sons. See students, such a beautiful poem, If, which is written by the father to his son. So here, what qualities does the son need to develop in becoming a man? So what are those qualities that the son needs to become a man? So this is what we are going to discuss tomorrow. Another question, what is it important to trust yourself? Yes, what is it important to trust yourself? This question arises from the stanzas. Okay, the answer of this we will discuss when we will narrate each and every single line of the poem in the recorded video. And then comes, why are triumph and disaster said to be impostors? Why are they impostors? This is what we are going to discuss, student. Then another question, what should you do if the truth you have spoken is twisted? If the truth you have spoken, if it is twisted, by your enemies, then what you have to do? This is also we will discuss. Then comes the question, how should you handle loss and defeat? So how you are going to handle your loss and defeat? Okay, which strength you have to bring to fight against the loss and defeat. So you should make your heart strong. Yes or no? This is what he teaches. Then, what do you understand by, yes, by your, in the inverted comma, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. So whole earth belongs to you, so you have to take the use of it. This is what the father tells to the son. Then, is the message worthwhile? Prove your point. Is the message is so important and useful, so you have to prove it. Okay, we will prove together, student, okay, in the video recorded classes. Then comes, what approach to life do you think the poet intended to show and share on the poem? This is one important question. Okay, now here we have throwback, reminisce for a minute. Try to remember the situation you have been where, and you can say that it was an act of maturity. Okay, fine, a very good explanation. Okay, so here what is the poem all about? So these are the some important question what we have read. Okay, and these question are not belongs to the, yes, not belongs to the section of question and answers. It is a different one. So it is all about the interpreting the poem. Okay, so here what you have learned from the poem, this is also we have to discuss. Fine. Okay, write a paragraph consisting of 5 to 7 sentences in answering the question below. So how will the poem help you to become a better person? So student, so whatever the question you are getting here, so these all kind of questions are extra question, important question. We should discuss this all question thoroughly by having a better glance of each and every single stanza with the help of the video class. So student, in the next class we are going to begin this poem If, which is not taught by the ma'am, and it is going to be continued in the coming class, coming video recorded class. So I need everyone should pay attention towards those videos and listen this video thoroughly and have a summarized think what I have told you and what you are going to learn in the next video. So student, for the time being you should watch this video thoroughly and make some notes regarding to it in your literature notebook, and watch this video till last because it is a short video, a short summary of the poem If. And for the time being, watch it thoroughly and take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.